All right, we're live. Today is April 2nd. It's early afternoon, but here we are playing puzzles. Let's do it. Let's dive in. So I chuckled as I hit the record button, the stream button, because I had just barely had a little piece of chocolate. Beautiful, delicious chocolate. Oh my gosh. So there's this great place that does bulk foods called Winco, and they have these peanut clusters that I just absolutely love, these milk chocolate peanut clusters. And it's cheaper than like chocolate, you know, if you buy, say a Hershey bar or a Good Bar or something. They're delicious, right? But they cost a little more. When you buy it in bulk, you have to scoop it out with your own little scoop and in a bag. And you put your number, the number of whatever code, UPC barcode it is and all that. And it's way cheaper, these peanut clusters that would have been probably $3 were $1.50 for a good sized bag, actually a significantly large bag of the exact same stuff that you would have gotten name brand, like Gummy Sharks, but you got it name brand versus you got it from the bulk section and it costs a whole lot less. And the reason I'm laughing as I hit the go live button is that I had just put one in my mouth and I was kind of picking the peanuts out of my mouth, out of my teeth. And I usually hit the go live button pretty confidently, like, okay, I'm ready, let's go. And today I was ready, but I was still picking this chocolate and peanut out of my teeth. And the moment I hit go live, I was like, oh, I just went go live. So here I am, picking stuff out of my teeth. Anyway, so welcome. I am chocolate and peanut free, hopefully at this point, unless there's a crevice in my mouth I haven't gotten to yet. But there's it's so funny. It's just silly. All right, good stuff. Let's play the puzzles. Let's play connections today. We're creating 4 groups of 4 with these words here. I see fancy, reading, nice, impulse. I suppose buying those little chocolates was an impulse. Job, type, like, Venus. Let's see. Kind, herb, I guess. Robin, lark, Tennessee, whim, sort, and Hank. I see a couple of Williamses. I see Robin Williams. I see Venus Williams. I see Hank Williams. And I see Tennessee Williams. Those are famous Williamses. Oh, okay, I'll have to call him back. Okay, what else? We see type and kind. That sort of thing. And things like that. The like. Ilk. What does that mean, ilk? Hey, how's it going, you guys? You pro and not from here. Glad to have you on board. Man, I was so surprised yesterday. I literally thought the chat was like gaslighting me. I'm like, okay, this is maybe like a April Fool's prank or something. Because I always thought in my head, okay, it's in color order, right? The green is the easiest, and then yellow, and then blue, and then purple. And I was like, They said, no, actually, it's the other way around. It's yellow and then green. I said, no, it's not. I even asked a kid that's like prolific. He always plays connections. Sometimes he plays connections in my class, and I'm like, I can't see your answers as I'm walking by. And sure enough, I guess maybe this is like a Mandela effect or something, but ask anybody, okay, what order do they go in? And they'll say that green goes top of the list, right? But if you click on how to play... There it is. Straightforward answers are yellow. What? I have been... this is like one of those everything you know is wrong kind of moments. I've been deceiving myself, thinking that green was the first category. It's not. It's not. Yellow is the first category. This is crazy. I thought it was the other way around. So, as usual, we've got the easiest category and the hardest category that we need to find. Job... Nice job. Reading. On an impulse, on a lark, on a whim, and on a fancy. We just fancied a caprice. Caprice. That's so funny. All right. Nice job, herb, and reading. Words pronounced... Huh? What am I missing here? Words pronounced differently as proper nouns. Herb with no H sound, or herb as a name. Job, like nice job, or Job in the Bible. Nice. Is that Nice? Like the Nicene Creed? Maybe it's a city. City in Italy, I'm guessing. Like the Nicene Creed. And then reading, like the Reading Rainbow, or Reading, like Reading, Pennsylvania. Ah, all right. Well, we did okay. Pro VR, how you doing? See your little, was that a sad emoji? You're not sad today, are you? I hope not. Okay. All right, we'll play the mini crossword, and hopefully that will ease your burden, Pro VR. Hopefully you're having a good day. Let's see. So it's 5 by 5, a couple spaces cut out. Source of monopoly money. You'll get that from the bank, the banker. Whoever the banker is. I was usually not the banker. I mean, if I'm playing with little kids, then sure, I will be the banker. But if I'm playing with other adults, man, I don't do well as the banker. I'm just not a money guy. Pizzeria fixtures. Maybe like an oven. Pizzeria fixtures with an S on the end, so ovens. With 8 across, magical substance that enables flight in Peter Pan. 2 words, fairy dust. Hope I'm spelling that right. Keep it down. Maybe like, shh. Oh, it's close. Oh. Hold on, I didn't mean to do that. Wait a second here. Just wait a darn minute. Okay, so is this wrong then? Maybe that's wrong. All right, we'll come back to this one. All right, let's try the down hints, see if that helps. Whack on the head. Boff? Something must be wrong. This has got to be wrong. Okay. Fervent. We've done something horribly wrong here. Potato-filled pastry. A potato-filled pastry. Okay, I'm kind of feeling like maybe both of these are wrong. I am second guessing myself big time here. Pizzeria fixture. I said oven. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I have been wrong before. Whack on the head. To bath? I don't know. Fervent. Are both of these wrong? Oh my gosh, I am second guessing myself here. So what if that one is correct? Because here, fervent is avid. A connection point is a nexus. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's not fairy dust. It's not fairy dust. It's pixie dust. Because that X right there, Nexus. Potato-filled pastry. I still don't know that one. I don't know that one. Mr. Milchick's first name and Severance, is that Seth? And then H for sh. There we go. Okay, so what did we miss? I mean, we got everything, but there were some that just didn't make sense to me. Source of monopoly money, the bank. Pizzeria fixtures with an S on the end. Ovens. With 8 across, magical substance that enables flight in Peter Pan. I first said fairy dust. It is not fairy dust. It is pixie dust. And then keep it down. Shh. Whack on the head. Bop. Yeah, you bop somebody on the head. Fervent. Avid. Connection point. The Nexus. A potato-filled pastry. A niche. All right, I got to look that up. We're looking this up, guys. Okay. Niche. Huh. We'll put it like that so you can see it. That looks pretty yummy. Potato kasha niches. Do you pronounce the K? Tell me, do you pronounce the K in niche or knish? Looks good. I'd eat that. I would totally eat that. Oh, what's inside it, though? Man, those look yummy. Yeah, I would totally eat that. Okay, and then Mr. Milchick's first name on Severance. I don't watch Severance. I don't really have any desire to watch Severance. But that is Seth. Cool. And I guess I should have put it like that. There we go. Now we can actually see it. And we're going to play the Wordle. We have a 50-day streak. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We have lost a couple of days. I mean, we've missed a couple of days. I haven't lost the Wordle ever, but we missed a couple of days, and that's all right. What if we started with, speaking of K words, silent K, N words. Okay, there's an E in the puzzle somewhere. You know, my second word yesterday was actually pretty helpful. I tried pilot. I don't have like a go-to word every time, but if this non-intersecting word also works with this one, heck, we're going to guess it. Unless it doesn't help us. Unless it doesn't help us. There's a non-intersecting word, brush. Okay, look at that. We got 3 letters out of that. There's an R somewhere, a U somewhere, and an S. And then one of these other letters. Maybe it's a double letter. I don't know. But for now, let's just guess with what we have. It's not a consonant R. So like GR, CR. What if it's R by itself? That could work. You could go there. S is definitely in the 4th. Could be an E on the end. And then we try a C. Let's try it. Oh my gosh, 4th. Awesome. Fourth guess. Look at that. I mean, that's par for the course, right? That's what I usually do. That's awesome. Look at that. That's cool. Look at this. We've done it 51 times. And 49, nearly half, pretty much half, we've guessed it on the 4th. That's cool. That's really cool. My strategy works. My strategy works. First, I just came up with a word, whatever word. I said need. Like to knead dough, knead bread, or knead, what was it, knishes. Do you pronounce the K? I want to know if you pronounce the K. Nish or knish. Hey, Lizard, how you doing? I'm glad you're here. If any of my Jewish Hebrew friends know, do you pronounce it nish or knish? I don't know. Looks delicious. Looks marvelous. Look at those. Wouldn't you eat that? Filled with beef and potato. Sign me up. So in honor of that word with a K-N on it, I pronounced it, or I used the word need, and that gave us the E. And then a non-intersecting word, a word that doesn't use any of those first five, would be pilot. And then pilot led us to another third non-intersecting word, which was brush. And brush gave us the U, the R, or excuse the R, the U, and the S. I'm dyslexic this morning, or this afternoon. Usually my dyslexia comes in the form of numbers. But today everything's backwards. I was never diagnosed, right? Am I like actually truly dyslexic? Probably. But I was born in the era before, everyone was diagnosed for everything. So am I truly dyslexic? I probably would be if I was diagnosed. But having to do with numbers, right? If you read like on the phone when somebody's like, "Oh yeah, we'll just call this number. Here's the number," blah 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 blah, and they rattle off some numbers, I might hear the first number. The rest of it is a total mystery to me. But I will definitely hear the first number and nothing else. So I have to okay, 4, great. Let me write to 4. Okay, what's the next one? 7. Okay, I'll write to 7. I don't know. Letters I'm pretty good with, though. So with the E, the R, the U, and then the S was in the right place. I thought, okay, what if it's like an E at the end kind of word? So if it's consonant blank blank S-E, then it's maybe U-R-S-E, and what made sense there was curse. So there it is. Some are born with it, some are cursed with it. What's it? I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Today's theme, shine on. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Speaking of diamond, I almost see the word diamond up here. D-I-A. I don't see an M. Oh, wait. I do see M. Doesn't that look like emerald? That looks like emerald, too. Shine on. I see Z's, too. Why is there a double Z here? Is this like wizard? I don't even see a W around here, though. There's a W here, W-I, but it doesn't link to the Z. All right, well, if you've never played Strands before, it's like a word search, except you're not given the answers. You have to dig for the answers, and they don't just go across, up and down kind of thing. The answers are, they snake around, right? So, and then the theme, once you kind of get the theme, you start understanding it. But the theme is sort of nuanced, it's not exact. So, shine on, this could be about shiny things. This could be about diamonds. This could be about, I don't know, shine on, you crazy diamond, like from Pink Floyd. I don't know. This could be a lot of things. I thought I saw something. Hippo. I like starting in corners, right? See if a corner gives it away, like an ER. Oh, what does it mean? What does it mean? 3 consonants in a row like this is awfully suspicious. Twinkle. Okay, shine on. So things that like shine, maybe sparkle. Is the word sparkle there? SP. Sparkle. There it is. Okay, shine, twinkle, sparkle. Shimmer. Oh, here. Shimmer. SHIMMER. To glear. No, gleam. Isn't it gleam? Gleam. Oh, here's the spangram. Star power. Wait, what? Star. That's what I did. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't I not just type that in? I swear I just did that. Okay, so then maybe dazzle. And then there's only one left. Oh. Radiate. There we go. To shine. Star power. That's funny. Star power. All right. To shine on. Star power. To radiate. To twinkle. To shimmer. To gleam. There we go. I was like, what is that word? I just spelled it. I was the one that spelled it. I don't know what it is. Sparkle. Dazzle. Nice. All right, and then we'll play Letterboxd. And in Letterboxd, we're trying to solve this puzzle in 6 words today, so maybe they're a little challenging in terms of challenging letters, what to use. I don't know, we'll see how it plays out. Let's try it. We've got O, R, A, C, T, and L, U, I, and N, X, E, no, X, S, and J. There is no E in the puzzle. There's no H. We have a couple of vowels. We've got A, I, U, and O. Can't do CT, like nocturnal or something. Let me explain it too. If you've never played the Letterboxd, we're trying to span across to make different words, right? So like O, L, O, N, L, I don't know. There's no E. Oh man, there's no E. Okay, this will be tough. This is going to be a tough one. So we have to solve it in 6 words today. What are some words that have X in them? And a J, too. We got rid of the J. How do we use the J? How do we use the X? Oh, can't do R-A. I was going to say trajectory. Oh, there's no E either. All right. Well, if you see any words, let me know. Some good college level words. At least some good high school level words. I mean, even today. I say high school level words, but I'm nervous for, some kids. I was in my class yesterday and 2 girls were like talking about what they learned in US history or in world history, excuse me. And they were talking about the silk trade, and they were wondering what the word famine meant. And I was like, man, if our generation doesn't know what the word famine means, maybe we're due for one. I'm just kidding. I was actually legitimately surprised that they didn't know what that word meant. Oh, axis? That's a great word. Let's start off with that. Axis. Okay, that'll lead us nicely to the S. There's plenty of S words. What's a word that starts with an S that uses a J? Scour. My phone's ringing off the hook. I had to take it out of my pocket. Trying to come up with words that use the J. If I can, every time I get to a new letter, I'm like, okay, is there an S word with a J in it? Is there an R word with a J in it? Like, where are we at here? There's no E. I could say reject. There's no P for project or E. Man, it's a tough one. It's a really tough one. All right, let's remember these two words so that if we need to, we can erase. I'm okay erasing. Oh man, what a word, soliloquy. Remember a couple days ago we had the word soliloquy. That's a great one. All right. Axis. Who said axis? Thurston, thank you for that one. Axis. Scour. And we need to come up with some way of getting rid of that J. Like Taj Mahal. But then we start on the J. Ugh. Oh, I can't do an N for joint. I-N. You can't do two letters right next to each other. I can't say jolt either. LT are right next to each other. Or jaunt. UN. Oh, so many that are on the same side. I can't use them. Oh, boy. This is a tough one. This is a very tough puzzle. What, jurisdiction? Juris. Okay, so then if we say axis and scour, that's axis is X. Looks like we need an N. And if we're going to say axis, we need to have it end. Oh boy, we have to have it end on... That doesn't work. We have to have it end on an A. Like saxophone. Oh, wait, Saxon. That's a word. What? How is that not a word? Anglo-Saxon? Is it a T? Saxton? Oh, you're killing me. Scala, that's a word. Okay. And then now we do, what did we say? Axis. And then scour. And then we just need one more word. That's 5 words. We solve it in 6. So something with an N, like R. I can't do R-A. I can't do U-N for run. Oh, boy. Oh, my gosh. You're telling me I don't have an N? I need an N word. That's like it's super easy letter. How do I not have an N word in my mind? Okay, here's what we do. We've done this before. It's fine. So the words that we have so far are Taj, like Taj Mahal. And then juris, like jurisdiction. And then scala, like scale. And then axis. And scour. We just need to use the N and end up on a T. So what we'll do is maybe A-N-T, ant. And then we do the rest. So we go T-A-J to use Taj Mahal. And then from there, we'll go jurisdiction. There we go. And then scala. And then axis, A-X-I. If there was an M, we could say axiom. And then just scour. Or sour. There we go, sour. All right. Well, a little clunky today. Honestly, a little bit clunky. More clunky than we usually have it, but pretty okay. Pretty all right. We crossed the finish line. We're not in first place, but that's all right. We did it in 6. We were asked to do it in 6. There it is. So, ant, the T led us to Taj, like Taj Mahal. The J led us to juris, like jurisdiction. S for scala. A for axis. S for sour. There it is. Okay. So let's recap. Today, it's funny, the third most challenging category, I was the one, I saw that first. So different Williamses. Hank Williams, Robin Williams, Tennessee Williams, and Venus Williams. Ilk. Oh, I was going to look up ilk. Ilk just sounds like you're saying milk without the M. Ilk. A type of people or things similar to those already referred to. Okay. So that kind of thing, that ilk, that like, that sort, that type of that ilk. I learned a new word today. I also learned yesterday that some of you guys were there when I learned it. I totally thought I was, being gaslit, but actually it's probably just the Mandela effect or something. But the order of these puzzles, it goes, I always thought it went green, yellow, blue, purple. It actually goes yellow, green, then blue, then purple. So green and yellow. Doesn't green seem like it would be an easier category, right? It's easily approachable. I don't know. I thought I was being April Fooled. But sure enough, you look at it in the official instructions, the official like how to play guide, and it says, yep, there it is. Yellow first and then green. Crazy. So caprice. Fancy, impulse, lark, on a whim, on an impulse. Words pronounced differently as proper nouns. Herb or herb, job or job, nice or niece, and reading and Reading, Pennsylvania. Interesting. Okay, now this one threw us for one. I thought this was going to be pretty easy, but this actually kind of threw me for one. Source of monopoly money, the bank. Okay, I knew that one already. Pizzeria fixtures, ovens, yum. Love a good, wood-fired oven for pizza, delicious. With 8 across, magical substance that enables flight in Peter Pan. I said fairy dust. It's not fairy dust, it's pixie dust. Pixie dust. Keep it down. Shh. S-H-H. Whack on the head. Bop. Bop somebody on the head. Fervent. Avid. Connection point. The nexus. Nexus point. Potato-filled pastry. A niche or knish. And that is this delicious thing right here. I think it's a Jewish traditional. Oh, that one has caramelized onions on it. Oh, this one's a samosa. Mexican twist. Okay, it's Turkish. There it is, the knish. Do you pronounce the K in knish? Can you just tell me? I don't want to watch the movie. Is the K silent? They're pronounced as single syllables. Try Yiddishizing. The KV phoneme originates farther back in the upper palate. K onset words, so it's knish. Yeah, you do pronounce the K. Huh. Cool. Cool. And then last one. I don't watch Severance. People have talked about innies and outies, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Mr. Milchick's first name in Severance, Seth. There you go. Let's see. In the Wordle today, I started with need in honor of Knish, where you have a KN word. Here's another KN word, need. And then my non-intersecting word was pilot. And then another non-intersecting word was brush. And then brush had a U, an R, and an S in it. And the S was in the right place even. So mixing around letters, I came up with curse. And I also thought it was of note that, look, I have a max streak of 51. And that is today. That's awesome. 100% win ratio. That's amazing. And then 96 plays. And look at this. Of the 51 I've played, 49. That's pretty cool. 49 there of all of my plays, not just the streak that I'm on. That's pretty cool. Okay. And then the Strands puzzle today, the theme was shine on. I thought maybe diamonds or something. No, it's just ways that things shine, right? To twinkle, to radiate, to dazzle, to sparkle, to gleam, glimmer and gleam, and then shimmer. And all of those are star power. Star power, shining different ways. And then we got par. We've never gotten over par, right, with the letterbox. We usually get under par. Sometimes we have to just, it says use 6 words, so we use 6 words. That's okay. So we tried ant, and then T led us to Taj, like Taj Mahal, and then the J led us to juris, like jurisdiction, and the S led us to Scala. Quite a few, senior level words, right? These are pretty high up there words. At least, college level words. Scala. Axis for the X. We're trying to get rid of the X. And then I just had, the U left? Or the O? Is it just the O? I had to get rid of the O and the U. We use sour. Cool. Awesome. Well, quick puzzles today. It didn't take us too long to do these. About 41 minutes through. But, that's all it takes sometimes. You just whiz through the puzzles. Sometimes it takes a longer time, but sometimes it's one of those things where you just whiz through them. So thanks for your help, especially, who said Axis? Yeah, Thurston said Axis. That was a great idea. Hope you're having a good week, right? I keep losing track of time this week. It's Wednesday. Yesterday felt like Thursday. It was only Tuesday. But if you're having a hard time, just know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I've been teaching my kids Photoshop, a couple of Photoshop tools, and some of them, it works out to just be really, really messy until it finally works. And I have Millerisms all over my walls, and I tell the kids, you know what? Things always look worse before they get better, right? It's true with Photoshop. It's true with life too, right? If you really think about it, things always look worse before they get better. You might look at your situation in life and say, there's no way out of this. There's always a good way out. There's always, always, always a good way. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. You might not be able to see it from where you're standing right now, but there's always a good way. So I just hope that, you feel valued, you feel loved. I love you. I think you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope the best for everybody. Love on the people you love. Give everybody a big hug. Tell them I said hi. And if you liked what you saw today, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.